Hi, everybody. This is Heather, and it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And this Thanksgiving is probably not going to be quite like a normal Thanksgiving for any of us. I know that there's concerns about Thanksgiving gatherings being too large, and my own family gathering is, if we have it at all, is going to be quite a bit smaller than it normally has been over the past few years. And it's probably hard to think about being grateful in the middle of a worldwide pandemic in a year where we've watched racial tensions in Canada and the States and around the world boiling over, sometimes into violence, and I grieve those things. On a weekend when we're watching the COVID numbers go up in various parts of our own country and other places around the world, these things can be concerning. In the midst of a worldwide recession that is probably as great as anything as we've had since the the Great Depression. As I do this litany, I can kind of feel my body taking on all this hardship and grief, all of these burdens. And that's what looking at deficit does to us. That's what looking at the side of the balance sheet that says there's not enough, we are not enough, nothing is enough. It overwhelms us in our bodies. So let's clear that all away. If you need to stop the video and take a meditation moment to let that go, that works too. What I want to do is look at it from the other side of the ledger. If everything that we have is a gift, if there is no good thing that we have except that which is given to us, and our expectations are such that instead of expecting good things, we receive them with gratitude, that's a spiritual practice that allows us to see the good on the good side of the ledger. And if we accept those good things as gift, as evidence of love, as evidence of goodness and even God's action in the world, then it leaves us better equipped to deal with the bad things because we trust that there will be gifts coming to help us deal with those things too. Gratitude is a deep spiritual practice that has huge impacts on people's mental health, on your expectations for the future, reports of how satisfied you are with your life when one of those survey guys comes by and gives you your survey. It helps our children understand better how things are, that we live in a world that is a safer place rather than the world that is a dangerous place, which is one of the really important ideas of developing a kind of base level of security in our kids that allows them then take risks in their lives because they have confidence that even if they are taking risks, they're still on solid ground. These sorts of practices are all super important. I lived in a house that didn't routinely say grace. It was a special occasion thing for us to say grace at dinner. But when my kids were little, we started singing our grace. We have a whole bunch of silly camp graces and things like that we sing at our table, and we sometimes sing when we have guests over and they look at us a little strangely. But the reason why we started doing it together was because I felt how important it was for our kids to understand that the food at our table is not something we own or something we deserve, but it's something that is a gift from the fertile earth, a gift from the hands that prepared it, a gift from all of the workers that brought us to us, a gift of the people who in our First Nations who first agreed to share the land with us, a gift from the lives that were given plant and animals to be able to allow this food to be at our table. And that's a traditional and very old way of understanding it. And I wanted my kids to be a part of that history, to understand that food is gift. And as we gather around our Thanksgiving tables, wherever you may be this weekend, whether you're doing it by Zoom or whether you're doing it in person, or whether you're doing it missing some people who, for travel restrictions and various other reasons, can't be there, I wish you a truly blessed Thanksgiving in a place and a time that you can appreciate the gifts that you receive. And maybe in the process of receiving those gifts, you can understand too that you are also a gift to all of us. Happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you soon.